Welcome to another Soapbox special with Jason and Ryan. Go ahead and take your shoes off and kick your musty feet up and enjoy.
Hey everyone, and welcome in for another Soapbox special, Squirrelmania XL. We are your hosts. I am Jason. Oh, come on, dude.
And I am triple HIV. Rhino.
Come on, all over everything.
Sorry.
Oh,
It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt nothing. It's okay.
I got come some young guy all over everything.
That's how I got triple HIV.
If you caught our last episode, our actual episode, you would know that it is the most wonderful time of the year, WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
And WrestleMania is in the city that never sleeps this year.
The city that never sleeps?
Yeah, Philadelphia, right?
Isn't that the city that always sleeps?
Maybe. I don't know.
Are we in
What's our little slogan? Chi-town.
Where are
Chicago's the Windy City. Vegas is Sin City.
It's not the Windy City,
Yeah,
is
it is.
Sure about that?
Yeah. Isn't Philadelphia the city
thought
that
it
never
was-
sleeps? No. City of brotherly love. Got it.
It's not. It's the non-windy city. It's a tornado. It's the Tornado Valley city.
I don't know. They got the big bell. That's
Listen,
all
I just
know.
got our truth brain right now. That's
Yeah,
all I got.
I think both of us do.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to, of course, do some snacks. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that is leading up to Mania. That is this upcoming Saturday and Sunday and Friday and I don't know. Who knows how many days.
Extreme midgets. Yeah, extreme midget wrestling.
Got my referee shirt on.
Oh yeah. That's right.
But yeah,
it's in my goatee too. The longer my goatee gets, the more it gets in the way.
And then we're going to break down the card, talk about some of the rumors, give our predictions, stuff like that, and yeah.
Okay, let's do it. The did tit.
Yep. We are going to. What should we start off with?
Extreme snacks.
Okay, we're going to do because it's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We've got some Philly steak hot pockets.
Yeah. And we also have hot ones. Smoky green chili cheesesteak, which, if you go to Philly, you better say a steak sandwich. If you say cheesesteak, they say that apparently they treat you like a foreigner or a visitor or whatever.
To help wash it down.
Yeah.
I got the Rocks energy drink.
Oh, the Rocks energy drink.
Zoa.
Okay.
I think that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, Zoa.
And this is strawberry watermelon.
That's right. Let's have a little bitty itty.
Ooh,
and easy, man. I don't want to stay up all night. Damn it. All right, so we're going to start with just the regular old Philly. Let's get silly. Now, I've already pre-cut these
Which
things.
one's that one? The regular Philly, you said?
That's regular Philly. Uh-huh.
I feel good.
Oh, it's ski on me.
We did not think this through.
Oh, who cares? It's late.
That's all right. There is. We can use our towels for the thing, and
We didn't bring no paper towels.
no, just grab your blue towel over there. We can always wash them.
Mm-hmm. I washed them Sunday, actually.
That's good, although it tastes like it's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, feels like it's on fire. It's spicy.
No,
not spicy.
Oh, it stinks. Flag on the play.
What stinks? The rag?
The towel, yeah, it smells.
Oh shit, that's
Smell.
the one that I used.
Oh, it's terrible.
Okay. WD-40 on.
I'm gonna wash this down with the Zoa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm not a huge energy drink guy, but that's all right. Well, let's dig into the next one. Smoky green chili cheesesteak by Hot Ones.
That's good. I like that.
Ready.
And we will be washing this down with the Berry Power Bomb C4 Ultimate Energy.
Ooh. Oh, I need to finish it. Hold on.
Finish the story. Or soda, or whatever.
Yeah, Cody, do it. All right.
Oh, it's clear. There ain't nothing.
What's this one again?
Berry Power Bomb C4.
Barry Power Bomb. Sounds like it. What is his name? Barry?
It's BE.
Making his way to the ring from parts unknown, weighing 187 pounds, because 187 murder, death, kill.
Kind of just tastes like
Barry Power Bomb.
Kind of just tastes like Sprite.
Here we go. 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 Yummy.
It's got a nice kick to it. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh, that's bomb.
Yeah.
That's Barry Power Bomb. Oh God, watch out! You might get that hot squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love having an air fryer.
Yep. Nice and crispy.
I'm telling you, these Hot Pockets, chicken nuggets, just, as long as you're willing to wait, they are so bomb in the air fryer.
It's got a nice little heat to it.
Oh, bro.
Tickles the tongue.
Uh-huh. Good. It's good. That boy good.
Ooh.
Finger licking good.
So, something that I like having for events like WrestleMania is pizza, and another thing is chips. So I found these cheesy pizza chips from Hers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hers are the makers of those Carolina Reaper Cheetos that burned a hole through us.
Woo! They were brutal. Oh, let me get a little few. Let me get a little few. Let me get a little few.
Give me a couple more. I like those.
Oh.
And I didn't realize that we doubled up on the strawberry watermelon. But we got Logan Paul's Prime.
Oh, I need to finish my drink. Hold on.
Oh, this one's been open.
What?
This one's been open.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh.
Yeah. Another Prime. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, good. Oh, yeah.
Man.
Those are good chips, man.
Ooh. Heat from that last Hot Pocket.
That Hot Pocket's no joke. It's good.
These chips are fantastic.
Awesome, booger.
Our guest producer, Cody, what do you think about chips? Good?
He said thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay. Now we're crunching your ear.
I love it. Those are good.
So,
woo!
The WrestleMania is in Philadelphia this year, which if you're a wrestling fan and know a lot about the history of Philadelphia,
oh, sorry, I couldn't.
It is. That's where ECW kind of originated from.
ECW.
And there's lots of what's cool about WrestleMania season.
Rittner and Swanson Street is where the original bingo hall was that they did ECW at.
But they would around WrestleMania.
Those chips are bomb.
There is all sorts of other promotions that hold their events at the same time. And so a lot of promotions kind of piggyback off of WWE, WWF, like what do you want to call it?
Independent companies. I don't blame them though. Why not? Why not do that?
I'll slide these off.
Not everybody can afford
it's expensive.
WWE events, man. So just, go to an indie company for $20.
We have friends that have went to WrestleMania and sounded like they regretted it for what they spent and where they had to set.
let me tell you something, brother. If I go to WrestleMania, I have to be within the first 5 rows or I'm not going. I'm not going to go if I'm going to be way back in nosebleed or on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Screw that noise.
Think of paying a couple grand between tickets, travel, hotel, all that, just to sit behind a post.
I'd have to win like an all expenses paid type of thing. Oh, sorry. I'll split it with you.
You're good. You're good.
Come on. One each.
So WrestleMania kind of started Monday this week with Monday Night Raw. Mm-hmm. And they've been building the hell out of this bloodline final boss versus Cody and Seth Rollins storyline, and it's been great.
Monday Night Rollins.
Mm-hmm. Tuesday night, they had NXT, which was the final build-up for their version of WrestleMania, which is Stand and Deliver, which is coming up this Saturday. Wednesday, they premiered a new kind of show. It's on Twitter, or now called X, called WWE Speed.
DX?
And from what I understand with that...
You're the referee. If you do this, someone's injured.
From what I understand from that, it's a series of like 3-minute matches to determine the winner. And there's going to be some sort of ranking system that is going to...
Well, who's the main event for Stand and Deliver? Isn't that Carmelo Hayes against Whoop That Trick?
Yep.
Trick Williams, right?
And then Thursday is kind of an all-access type show, as well as WWE's kind of like their Sports Center, The Bump.
Oh, I don't know. I don't ever watch The Bump though.
There's too much wrestling and not enough time to take in everything, and that's what sucks.
You mean? Are you saying that we have personal lives?
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. But Friday is kind of the real kickoff for WrestleMania. SmackDown leading into Mania is...
Let's stick with water. All these energy drinks are going to keep me up all night.
Yep. Have you smelling colors. SmackDown... Well, the kickoff show is on Friday. And that will lead into... WrestleMania SmackDown, which is basically where they will have like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and stuff like that.
I look forward to that. Mm-hmm. That's going to be cool. I wonder who's going to be in the Battle Royal, though.
They showed a bunch of pictures. I'd like to see Otis.
Is Braun Breaker in it?
I think he might be. I know Bronson Reed is in it, I believe.
He's starting to grow on me. I really like his splash off the top rope, which is I think he calls it the tsunami splash.
Yeah.
When he comes off, it's just like I would be so scared to take a splash from that guy off the top.
Well, and every time that they start to do something cool with his character, like, grow him into a menace or something like that, then they have him take a step back, and I'm not quite sure that they know what direction to go with him.
I'm going to tell you who I like, and I like Ivar, the Viking Raider. Love Ivar.
I believe he is in the...
Well, he's so good in the ring, and he looks like an actual character that, as a little kid, for instance, if I go to Walmart and I see an Ivar character, I'm going to want to buy it because he is marketable.
Yeah.
He just has a marketable look. He looks like something straight out of a movie.
And also, yeah, he does. Also on Friday, after SmackDown, which is the SmackDown before Mania is always huge, is the WWE Hall of Fame. And that's something I look forward to every year.
Me too.
I'm a big... I like hearing about history.
Yeah.
And especially history of things that I like and enjoy.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be... And
who's going in this year, right?
Paul Heyman.
Uh-huh. Haku.
Haku is.
Yep. Thunderbolt Patterson. Mm-hmm. Who's getting the Warrior Award this year?
I can't remember who they said was getting the Warrior
Award. I don't
either.
Oof. God, I just need
to pay
attention.
And then The Rock's grandmother is being inducted as one of the first women promoters.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
That's cool.
And there's a couple others.
What was their promotion called? It was called Hawaiian Pacific Wrestling or something like that.
That sounds right, but
I may be wrong on that, but I know it was something like that.
yeah,
Along those lines. It was prior to WWF starting.
Mm-hmm. And then Saturday, we got NXT Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
Which is always, I mean, NXT has put together consistently great shows.
Yeah.
And then kind of the countdown to WrestleMania, which is all the pre-show stuff, and then WrestleMania night 1.
Yep.
And
what about the Slammies?
So on Sunday, it was kind of a surprise to me when I pulled up the schedule.
Yeah.
The Slammies are on Sunday, and I didn't know that they were returning.
So I didn't know either, but that's Sunday morning?
Yeah.
What the? I didn't even know the Slammies. They were going to do the Slammy Awards?
Yeah.
Wow. I hope it's very similar to the one back in the 80s. I watched it live on TV. Mm-hmm. And you can watch it now. It's on YouTube. You can watch it uncut.
Yeah.
Like Ravishing Rick Rude comes out with a towel and Mean Gene puts a towel in front of him and he's butt naked or something, which is hilarious.
Then you'll have a couple hours of pre-show and then WrestleMania night 2 and then Monday night starts all over again. I mean, basically it's the reset, it's the fallout of WrestleMania, and it should be a hell of a Monday Night Raw. I mean,
I'm going to tell you right now, if I was a performer,
I'd be tired.
You'd just be so tired. That's a lot of work, but that's why they probably get bonuses and paid more. I bet you they get bonuses for extra work.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're a contract worker, you have to put that in your contract. During WrestleMania weekend, you're going to get paid more.
Yeah.
I guess.
So
I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a booker. So.
Yeah.
I'm not an armchair booker either.
So we're going to kind of talk about the card itself now.
Okay.
And we don't have I mean, we kind of presume which ones are going to go first and last, but this is night 1. The big match that everyone's kind of looking forward to, and they've done a great job building up the storyline, is The Rock and Roman Reigns of the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And
they got a beat down
I was
going to
tell you, man, WWE has turned up the blood, the violence, and all that recently.
Well, they've also, once they got rid of Vince, I think Vince was very toxic for a long time. And all of a sudden, you can just notice that the storytelling's a lot better, for one thing.
Yeah. Well,
way better.
And you can tell, I think there was something, ESPN did an interview where, in not so many words, Triple H said, basically, this is the type of product that we want to put out.
Well, and they're getting ready. They're going to go to Netflix in 2025, right?
And there has been rumors that they will have some not rated what's the word I'm looking for? Some of their product will be not rated. And
like TV-14, right, or something like that. Yeah.
So with The Rock and Reigns versus Cody and Seth, there has been little inklings for all sorts of stuff. There's a rumor that The Rock will turn on Reigns. There's a rumor that Seth will turn on Cody.
Well, I don't know about with Monday. Seth took a beating too. So,
yeah, but
I don't know.
I gotta think Seth took a hell of a beating.
Yeah.
And then the Shield beat Orton, Batista, and Triple H. And then the next night, Seth came out and turned on them.
So I just don't know if, the only way I could see Seth turning is because he, I think that, so Seth turning is because so many people are supporting CM Punk, which I don't know why. I don't know. I don't really get it. Anyways,
with him being so off camera right now, I don't get so many people getting behind him.
Well, I mean, but he's in the headlines. He's been in the headlines with this company and all the scrutiny behind that, and then him coming over to WWE after all these years. And I'm feeling like he came back because Vince left.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
You know,
but him coming back, maybe that's why Seth is going to turn, because they have to turn Seth so that he can. I don't know if they'll keep singing his song after that.
Who knows? But you know,
I think Seth is going to lose the belt, but
they're still cheering The Rock right now, even though The Rock's being healed.
You know, I don't agree with that. Right?
Yeah,
I am a very much so feel like if you're a baby face, you cheer the baby face, you boo the heel.
Yep.
Let them do their job. Quit being a mark-ass, punk-ass fan. Quit being that way. Play the game. I like the villains too, but I will boo them out of the building because I play the game.
So,
time to play the game.
Some of the rumors for that match that I've seen that are kind of real popular. There's some rumors about new Bloodline members joining. There is also a rumor of Jey Uso rejoining the Bloodline.
You know, I could see that.
I could see that because...
What if they hug it out or something at the end of the match?
Yep. And then another thing that I've seen that's kind of popped up a little bit is way back in, I think it was Legacy days. Cody Rhodes turned on a wrestler named Manu. And Manu is part of the
Samoan dynasty.
Yep.
And I knew nothing about that. You were talking to me about that recently. I didn't know about that.
And then there's rumors of like Zilla Fatu, Jacob Fatu, some of the Fatus to help out the Bloodline. But there's also rumors that we might see, because during some of the videos where they've shown The Rock and Cody confrontations, on part of it you could see the side of a truck with John Cena and Stone Cold.
Okay.
And he paused and looked at it. And then another time when he was beating Cody, in the background you could see Brock Lesnar on the back of a truck.
What
and
about
they paused and showed it?
What about Cody's brother Dustin Rhodes?
It's possible, except for the fact he's still under contract with AEW.
Yeah, but he's doing stuff. He is actually doing social media stuff where he's talking about like F the Rock and stuff like that.
And so it's possible.
I'd say it is possible. They might have borrowed him for
the
a night.
way that Tony Khan Man talks. I doubt that. I think there's too much hostility between the companies.
Well, he needs to quit doing so much Adderall.
But you know, it's a new era, so we don't know. You know, Triple H is starting to work with some different promotions.
So let's give it the rundown. This is what I think. I think in that tag match, I think that the Bloodline's going to win, and then it's going to be Bloodline rules in the second night. I really do. Something's going to happen. I don't know. I've tried it. I have so many avenues of scenarios that could happen. I actually, for once, it's not predictable. And that's what I love. It reminds me of when I was a little kid and this stuff wasn't predictable.
I think for sure there's going to be interference.
Oh, yeah.
My two guesses are either someone new joins the Bloodline and interferes on their behalf, or the Brock Lesnar returns and helps Cody and Seth win. Because last we saw Brock Lesnar was when Cody beat him and earned his respect.
And that was last year, and that WrestleMania was so... No, that wasn't WrestleMania.
Not WrestleMania.
Was it SummerSlam?
Yeah.
That was a great SummerSlam.
And I could be wrong. It might even be Survivor Series.
No, but that match was great. It was a phenomenal match.
Okay. Next match we have is the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. I like Rhea Ripley. I think she's
she's a dominatrix character.
She's good in the ring.
I would like her more if Dominic Mysterio would dress up as a gimp and she'd have a chain and he'd be on his hands and knees crawling to the ring.
That'd be pretty funny.
It would be funny.
I'm not a big Becky Lynch fan.
She sucks.
She's good in the ring.
Seth Rollins wears his wife's clothing.
She's good in the ring, but man, I do not like her on the mic. I don't like her character. In my opinion, I got to go Rhea Ripley. I think she retains.
Me too. Yeah.
But who knows? It's kind of tough to tell.
The build-up isn't bad. What they're doing.
True.
I kind of like the. But my problem is
I like the edgier Becky.
The man Becky Lynch. I'm getting real tired of that garbage. Yeah. But the fact that they had all these local indie guys and Becky Lynch is punching them out, I call bullshit on that. Come on,
and then
seriously.
She punched out
I wish one of them would have picked her up and dropped her in her head.
Next up,
equality. That's what I call that.
Next up, the Intercontinental Championship match: Gunther.
Yeah.
Versus Sami Zayn.
Now you got to say it right. The ring general Gunther.
Yeah.
I'm going with Gunther because I don't like Sami Zayn.
I like Sami Zayn, but he's not who I envisioned in this spot.
He blows. I don't like the build up that they're
trying. I would have rather seen Chad Gable or Bronson Reed in the spot.
Why are they doing Chad Gable like trying to
almost like a Rocky montage type training? And
I don't. Sami Zayn needs to cut his hair because he looks. It looks terrible. He looks worthless.
The Sami Zayn trained by Chad Gable storyline.
It blows. It seems rushed. It seems rushed.
And it's the only storyline right now kind of going other than the Maxine Chelsea Green thing. Or not Chelsea Green. What's her name?
I just got a shiver.
I don't know. The Maxine what's Johnny Gargano's wife? I'm blanking here.
Candice Michelle.
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae.
Yeah, Candice LeRae.
What about Candice LeRae?
I'm just not invested in that storyline.
What storyline?
The Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell basically bashing Maxine, calling her worthless, calling her disappointment.
Well, she ain't lying, but Indy Hartwell's worthless too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, man. I'm just not a big women's wrestling.
It's getting better, and it's a lot better than where it was. But
where's Wendy Richter?
But yeah, on that match, or on the Sami Zayn and Chad Gable thing, I'm just not with it. I gotta go for Gunther. I hope he keeps the belt, and
I hope he beats the hell out of Sami Zayn.
Now there is rumors that Lesnar shows up to challenge Gunther after he beats Sami Zayn.
That I can get behind.
Yeah,
dude, Gunther versus Lesnar would be a brutal match. Mm-hmm. God, that'd be a good match.
Next up is probably the night one match outside of The Rock and Reigns versus Rhodes and Rollins.
I look forward to this match.
Is Jay versus Jimmy. And
main event, Jey Uso.
You got to think. This storyline.
Yeet versus
them,
no yeet.
Yep. This storyline has been building for 3 years.
Yeah.
And and it's actually longer than that, I guess, now. But man, you got to think, when you put two brothers, especially twins, in the ring together, those guys probably have the best. They know each other more than anyone else. And they are going to put on a hellacious match.
It's going to be a lot of super kicks, but at least it's not the
Young Bucks.
I can't stand the Young Bucks. They blow.
Spot monkeys.
The super kick party.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a stiff, high flying.
What does Jim Cornette call the Young Bucks?
Oh, I can't remember.
Calls him Balding Buck. And
Maybe.
the other one, he can't remember what he calls him. And what does he call Kenny Omega? Twinkle Toes?
Something like that.
Something.
But yeah, I mean, I hope Jay wins. I'm a big fan of Jay. I feel like he's got a little bit more personality to him that I think could elevate him to being a main event superstar. But there's a part of me that hopes that they hug it out after this match and we see the Usos reunite, because man, like the tag team division is lacking.
I think if that happens, I think that Jimmy is going to turn away
from the bloodline.
Yeah. I really believe that because remember Jimmy kind of remember when Jimmy attacked Roman? Remember when they did that at first? And Jimmy attacked Roman. You remember that? So I really think that Jimmy, and notice how Jimmy's always doing this and Roman leaves him hanging.
He's kind of turned into Roman's whipping boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
So I agree with you on that. Next match is the 6-pack ladder match for the Undisputed Championship, WWE Tag Team Championship. We got the champions Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth, which is Miz and R-Truth.
Yeah, but Damian Priest and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day.
Huh? DIY, we've got Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus New Day.
What does R-Truth call him? He thinks they're DX.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels and Triple H. R-Truth is a national treasure, by the way.
Yep. New Day, we got Kofi and Xavier. New Catch
Really
Republic.
tired of New Day, sorry.
New Catch Republic versus Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate.
Okay, I don't like the name. I know that's an English thing, but New Catch Republic's blowing. But I love Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. They're a good tag team. Yep. I don't like their tag team name.
And then A-Town down under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So
I love those guys.
Yeah. So there is a handful of rumors that I've seen bouncing around. One of them is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller butt heads. Something happens on SmackDown, and they dissolve as a tag team, or they get kicked out of the match for some reason, and they end up having their own match at Mania, which would be cool. Those guys are both very talented.
Yeah.
But another thing that I've seen is that a couple teams get added to the ladder match. One of them I've seen is the Motor City Machine Guns, which they're...
Did you say the Motor Shitty Machine Guns?
I almost did, yeah. They're talented. I like them.
Who cares, dude? I don't know why they would do that.
I'll tell you this. I would rather see them than the other rumored tag team, which is the Hardy Boys. I think the Hardy Boys need to hang out.
Seriously. The Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
I'm so over. I mean, come on. It's beating a dead horse.
Something that I have seen, or that I noticed on Friday, and it was the first I had heard it said, Michael Cole said that the match will continue until both sets of tag titles are retrieved from hanging above. And so kind of my prediction, just because I've been pushing them a little bit more, my predictions are Awesome Truth and DIY both each get a set of tag titles.
So like a two separate... Well, then you think they're going to change the belts after that? Because
it'd be nice.
So they'll have the Raw titles and the SmackDown titles?
Yeah.
Bless you. I really don't want them to do blue and red. I think they need to stop doing that. They just need to make a black title.
I think black and make one set gold, one set silver, or something like that. Like the metal on it.
Well, and also change it. Get rid of the Trojan characters. I don't like the way it looks.
Yeah.
And get rid of that. The copper look. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan.
And there's different ways they could do it, but I think we're going to end up with split tag titles. Those are kind of my front runners. They've been really pushing New Catch Republic. If a new tag team or returning tag team debuts or comes back, they're obviously a favorite to win it, like the Hardy Boys did a couple of years ago.
Yeah. The Hardy Blows.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. But,
Delete them both.
but yeah. And I think it should. Ladder matches are always fun, and when you get that many people there, it's chaos. And yeah.
It's gonna be good. I think there's a lot. That's gonna be fun. I think there's gonna be a lot of people getting effed up in that match.
Yep.
A lot of bruises. A lot of maybe some bruised egos. Maybe some just bruised bodies, and maybe some broken bones. I don't know. Maybe a busted face like Eminem did that one year. Remember when that ladder hit him in his nose and his nose?
Oh yeah,
dude, that
Mercury.
was nasty. That was Mercury. I think that ended his career, didn't it?
Oh, pretty close.
They shattered his nose.
He had to have all sorts of facial
surgery. Yeah, it was
for
like his nose looked like a fountain. It was just blood just coming out. It was terrible.
Yep.
And it was a horrendous. Neko, you coming upstairs? Come on.
Next match we have is kind of another grudge
jump
match.
to the top rope. Here you go.
We've got Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control, which is Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane.
That could be okay.
I think it could be. I find the most green person in this match is Jade Cargill, and we really haven't had a chance to see what she can do other than her strength. And
she has a decent look to her. But I like Bianca Belair, and I've always liked Naomi. I always thought Naomi had a cool character, the neon thing.
And
I dig that. Come here, girl.
I like the wrestlers with Damage Control. Dakota Kai is good.
Lay down.
Asuka and Kairi Sane are always good to watch. They're very talented. On this,
Dakota Kai kind of sucks, but she's beautiful.
I think they give the win to Bianca and Jade and Naomi.
Yeah.
I kind of think we're going to start seeing the end of Damage Control.
Yeah.
But
it's about that time.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well and let them go on their own.
I can also see Dakota Kai doing a double turn, because she did turn on Bailey.
Yeah.
But who knows? She's kind of turned into the Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa have turned on each other several times.
A lot, and they have good matches against each other. I've seen some pretty good matches.
I guess another example is Kevin and Sammy have both turned on each other throughout the years, throughout promotions. And I kind of feel
I'd like to see Kevin Owens turn heel again.
Yeah,
he's just a better heel.
I kind of feel like Dakota
I feel that
Kai,
with Randy Orton. I like Randy Orton as a heel more than I do as a babyface.
I kind of feel like Dakota Kai is kind of that person too. They'll turn for a short little while just to return the other way, and then the last match we have to kind of touch on for night one is Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. I actually think that might be a good match.
It might be a good match. Dominic Mysterio has really grown on me.
Yeah, me too.
When he first stepped in the ring and they had the matches where it was him and his dad versus Miz, and
he had to start during the pandemic era. That blows.
That's
got to be pretty rough. That's got to be pretty rough for a youngster, brand new wrestler. So.
And a lot of people gave him a lot of flack, saying he's only there because of who his dad is and stuff like that.
You want to say that about Randy Orton too? Because his father was in.
Randy Orton started in developmental though. Dominic Mysterio never did NXT. He just went straight.
Well, he's damn good. He knows how to get the crowd pissed at him.
And he's really grown on me. He has earned his spot in my opinion. I really like this tension that's going on between him and Judgment Day. I think
Judgment Day is going to split up.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we haven't really talked about it, but the Trojan horse there, Damian Priest, I really think they're going to lose the tag belts. So that might cause friction between Finn, which they were having problems anyway. And they kind of reconcile. But man, Damian Priest is the Money in the Bank Senior Money in the Bank.
And it's
so
funny.
he has to cash that sucker in this weekend.
He's still got a little bit longer.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
WrestleMania.
July.
So he has till July?
I think so.
No, it's WrestleMania.
No, Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, because you got Backlash, and then you've got Money in the Bank.
That would be Terry. He should do WrestleMania.
So speaking of Money in the Bank, one of the craziest theories that I thought about that's just so out there that it makes sense is someone said, what if Cody loses to Reigns? But Reigns is kind of out of it. Damian Priest hits the ring with Money in the Bank briefcase. No, get this. This is so crazy and out there. And then he attacks Roman Reigns, looks over and sees Cody, hands Cody the briefcase, and says, finish your story. That is the craziest theory of what's going to happen that I heard.
Someone seriously came up with that.
Yeah.
You know that?
Because he's got the inklings of being a face. Like, you can tell that he only attacked Truth because everyone else was...
Because he liked Truth.
Yeah.
Remember at first he did? I kind of like that, man. That's actually pretty good.
That kind of reminds me of when the Usos, when they forfeited against Big E and Xavier for Kofi to win, or for the tag team turmoil match or whatever, the gauntlet match, for Kofi to be able to go to WrestleMania to face.
He faced Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. And we've seen stuff like this before. We've seen people give up their shot at glory to aid someone else.
Yeah.
But kind of back to what we were talking about. We kind of lost track and went all squirrel.
It's all right. We went all gone squirrel radio.
Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. I'm not completely convinced that one of the wrinkles that's in this is Andrade. I'm not completely convinced that he is not going to join LWO.
Come here, Neko.
We haven't determined whether he is heel or face. And I think Andrade may join LWO because Dominic Mysterio thinks that he wants in Judgment Day.
I don't know, man. I understand the faction thing, but the LWO is kind of blowing. It needs to disband.
I had high hopes for it, but
it needs to disband.
I
would like to see Andrade stay on his own.
I would
like
too.
him by himself. He really didn't do much over in AEW, and they didn't utilize him very well.
Yeah. But I think Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee win. But there is... So here's something someone brought up. Santos turned on Rey because Rey picked Carlito to be his partner.
Okay.
Carlito acted as if he thought that he was going to be picked to be Mysterio's partner. But then Mysterio picked Dragon Lee. So it's possible that we might see a Carlito turn.
I see what you're saying.
Because, I mean, the face Carlito...
Because Carlito had a look on his face like
he was a little,
disappointed. Because everybody was chanting Carlito, remember?
Face Carlito's a little stale.
He needs to be a heel.
I want asshole Carlito that spits the apple in faces of people that don't want to be cool. Like...
He was an alright character.
Yeah.
But, it's just different. We're going night 2 now?
On to night 2. And we're gonna go from the bottom to the top on this one.
I gotta get out my spreadsheet, bruh.
Bobby Lashley and Street Profits, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins versus Final Testament, which is Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain. I was glad to see the Authors of Pain come back.
Yeah.
And I think aligning them with Karrion Kross.
I like their finisher, the Super Collider.
I think aligning them with Karrion Kross is the right move.
I like Karrion Kross. I think the Final Testament's a good name.
I just don't think that Bobby Lashley and Street Profits was the correct choice for them to feud with.
Sorry, I'm just not a big fan of Bobby Lashley. I never liked him ever. He blows.
I'd like to see the Final Testament kind of take on they're right now they're a little bit too much like Judgment Day and House of Black. I'd like to see them more lean towards like a almost like a Raven's flock.
All right, so I don't like Angelo Dawkins. I feel like he kind of needs to go at the wayside. I'd like to see Montez Ford go on his own.
Yeah.
Really would.
See, and I've seen a couple of rumors with this match as well. There's always rumors of people going to return.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen rumors of Omos and MVP joining Lashley and Street Profits. And I've also seen rumors of Braun Strowman joining Final Testament.
Braun Strowman?
Yes.
Interesting.
And I like the Final Testament. I just feel like this is a bad feud for them. And hopefully they give them some more time let them grow some more.
And I like that they got an old school guy as a manager. I don't know how long. I mean, Paul Ellering is a legend, and he managed for years. He managed the Road
and
Warriors.
Scarlett's a smoke show.
Oh, she's fine. Dude.
I don't like. I like the Street Profits better when they were by themselves compared to with Bobby Lashley. I think they screwed up when they broke up the original Hurt Business. And MVP is a great mouthpiece. Lashley shouldn't be on a mic.
Oh yeah,
Lashley's a dominant wrestler in the ring, and that's all you get out of him. He's not.
Yes.
He doesn't put on fantastic matches. He puts on dominant.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah.
He's stale on the mic, and he's about as bad as Darby Allin on the mic.
I feel like this match could go either way, and in my honest opinion, I don't care. I'm just ready for this feud to be over.
Me too.
I think both groups need a different feud and to go different directions.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up we got LA Knight versus AJ Styles. I think
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a badass match.
I'm loving this match. And I like the build up to it where, LA Knight came over to AJ's home, fought him out there, and then they had the cops had their body cams on.
Oh yeah.
That was an interesting way to film it.
Speaking of that,
I like the filming of it.
I want to say something. Like the recent camera work that WWE has done has been great. Where they followed, or they had, I think it was Monday night. They had where they walked
Necro's
through.
hair is in my nose.
They walked through an entrance up on like a second or third level from like the commissary area where all the concessions are.
Yeah,
they walked up to the tunnel and through the tunnel and panned out across the crowd.
Yeah, I saw that.
And who did they follow clear to the back a couple weeks ago? Was that Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy, yeah.
And I mean, just some of the camera angles and stuff like that have really kind of improved the product.
I like it. I think Vince was really difficult for people to deal with, and I think Paul Levesque, Triple H, listens to other people more than Vince would.
But yeah, in this match, oh man, like
you can't always do this. It's my way or the highway, and not be able to listen to other opinions or ideas, whatever.
I like heel Styles.
Yeah, me too.
And he came back. He came back jacked too.
Good night, yeah.
But
he does DDP yoga too, man.
But AJ Styles, heel or face, is going to be over. Yeah. I think if they let Knight lose this, they lose some of his momentum he has. I think if he wins this, then he goes,
then he might have a little short feud in between.
Well,
and then he goes right into a program with the world champion.
He needs a title of some sort.
I think so.
Because I feel like he needs a. And I honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him. Like a lot of, I don't know. I just part of me would like to see him. I don't know if he just doesn't want to. I'm wondering if he has voiced in the back that, hey, I don't want to be world champion. Because, I mean, they do that.
I mean, I think
because that's a lot of responsibility and you got to work more.
Yeah, I think that he'd be
a good U.S. guy, U.S. title guy.
I think he does, though. I mean, you got to think, the guy basically, they didn't know what to do with him, and he was basically close to getting probably let go.
Yeah.
And he built himself back up to what he is now.
Well, the crowd got behind him.
I think LA Knight needs this. LA
Styles.
And then after this, they need to put him in a. Is that LA Style like an old gel or something like that from the 90s?
Could be.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. I know all about styling my hair.
But yeah, I think LA Knight needs this match, and
you're right, dude. I just thought about that. LA was an actual, like a gel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Whatever. Yeah, that's right.
Next match.
Next match.
United States Championship triple threat. We got Logan Paul, the champion, versus Orton and Kevin Owens.
It's
I love this comedy.
That's gonna be a banger, dude.
I love this brutal comedy between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
just how they're beating the hell out of people, and even though they gotta face each other in a couple days.
Well, they faced one of my favorite tag teams. Yes, boy.
Oh yeah,
they're pretty deadly.
Yep,
they're hilarious and they're good in the ring, and they just remind me of the '80s. They have such an '80s gimmick.
I think Logan retains, man.
Me too.
And then I think what comes out of this is we end up with the Orton Kevin Owens, comedy tag team, kind of like
I don't know, but I see KO turning heel.
Maybe.
I think he'll blame Randy for something.
I think him and Orton hang out as a tag team for a little while, because Orton, before he got injured, was that apparently they were planning on keeping
him and
Matt Riddle together for a while.
Yeah. Well, they were pretty popular.
Yeah, because I guess they were supposed to turn Orton heel and have him turn on Riddle, and I guess Orton shot that down and said he wanted to keep with him.
Well, Matt Riddle, I don't know, with this stuff that he got in trouble with, I don't see him coming back.
It could be a little while, but
I could see him coming back faster than Velveteen Dream, though.
Oh yeah.
Patrick Clark.
But yeah, I think Logan Paul retains.
Yeah, me too.
Women's championship match: Io Sky versus Bayley.
The genius of the sky, isn't that what they call her?
Yeah. I think they've done great with the storyline.
Well, Io Sky obviously has to speak in Japanese on the mic, because her mic skills in English definitely ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go with Bayley on this one. She's gonna win the belt.
I think Bayley's going to win.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be a good match. Io's great.
Yeah.
I think Bayley, it's a long time coming.
Yep.
And I think she's going to come out to her old school music with the
flailing inflatable tube guys.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Bayley's got this in the bag. I think the rest of Damage Control might try to interfere.
Just dismantle and fall apart. Yeah.
I think they're going to come out and try to interfere, but yeah. Seth Rollins versus McIntyre. This is the one that kind of throws me off. I think Seth is a little too focused on the other match, the tag match.
Yep.
But
I think McIntyre's going to win this one.
I think McIntyre might win it, but I think we might see Damian cash in on him possibly.
Yeah, and by the way, I like Drew McIntyre as a heel. Way better. And if you've seen the stuff that he's been doing where he's talking trash on CM Punk,
oh yeah,
where he's called, because his name is Drew McIntyre, DM Hunk.
Oh yeah,
he's been talking mad trash on CM Punk.
Something to kind of keep in mind is Drew McIntyre was once courted by Judgment Day, basically. Rhea Ripley's used him a couple times and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, what if Damian cashes in on Drew after Drew wins, and that's what sets the crumbling of Judgment Day?
Could be.
And I mean that's.
Well, remember, I've paid attention to Drew as several times. Like, can we trust this dude? And Rhea's like, yeah, we can trust him. So that's the big thing is a lot of them, they're kind of, Rhea has actually thrown them off with some of her choices. And I think she's going to go full face. She's going facial.
It's tough to say.
Well, she's over with the fans.
Yeah. It's tough to say with this match. I could see. I mean, Seth is also.
She sells a lot of merchandise. Probably.
Seth is also going to come in from a match the night before that, if it's anything like we've seen, he's going to end up with the shit beat out of him.
I think that Rollins is going to take some time off.
Yeah.
And, because he's got his own wrestling school and everything. And I think that he's going to come back when CM Punk is healthy. He's going to show up during that time with a new look.
Yeah. It's been a while since Seth's taken some time off, and the thing is he's working hurt right now.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Drew winning this.
Me too. He's definitely going to win. He didn't get a decent run. He had to do a run during empty arenas, and it was a weird time for a lot of people. But at least wrestling kept going. And
all right. Our final match.
Yep.
Universal Championship. Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Dude, there's so many possibilities. I mean, we've talked about so many things already with the tag match.
I would like for them to quit calling it the Universal title.
Yeah.
I wish it was just called the WWE World Championship.
Undisputed WWE Universal Championship is what the
Why don't they just call it the WWE Undisputed Championship? I just don't like the Universal thing. It blows. I know it's.
I think they need to go. I think they need to go WWE versus or WWE Championship and then the World Championship.
I feel like it should be the World Heavyweight Championship, and that's it. You defend it on both shows. To me, that's how it should be. I don't know, but yeah, okay. So Roman Reigns,
dude,
the tribal queef.
I think we end up with a bloodline rules match.
Yep, they're going to lose a tag match, but I think Cody's going to come out. He's going to win. He's going to be the victor in this match.
There's so many damn.
It's going to be the card's going to be stacked against him because it's going to be bloodline rules, and I think he's going to get attacked. He's going to get bamboozled several times. Things are going to happen.
I think this is where the interference on Cody's behalf happens. I think we're going to have bloodline interference for the bloodline.
And Cody's going to have a surprise interference.
Yep. And it's going to be someone that we're not expecting even.
And Cody's going to win.
Yeah.
I really, truly believe that he's going to win the belt. And I think that crowd's going to blow up. You're going to feel it through the TV.
Now, I'm not against Roman winning, though.
It's weird. Neither am I. If he wins, boy, the crowd's going to be angry.
But I could also see this, though. And this is something that someone brought up.
Yep.
What if The Rock is the one to turn on Reigns, and those inklings have been put up there with him instead of putting up the Bloodline 1, putting up the L, pointing at. Some people pointed out that he was kind of pointing at the.
Yeah, but look how The Rock has been acting on the past couple of Raws.
But
it just. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's an ego thing and he doesn't like being. He didn't like acknowledging the tribal queef. I don't know.
But there's also rumors that it's possible he turns, or the other possibility is The Rock or Roman loses,
Mm-hmm.
and then he blames The Rock, and then they end up with a
For next year.
SummerSlam match.
Oh, a
Or
SummerSlam.
match.
No, I like what you said there. We don't have to wait until Mania next year, so
Yeah.
just be a SummerSlam match.
Yep.
Huh. That is I kind of feel I'm liking that. So basically it gives a little bit more gas in the tank for the bloodline is breaking apart, but there's still going to be some more gas in the tank so they can do stuff with the bloodline still.
Yeah.
And make money off of it still.
Well, and Paul Heyman did an interview recently where he basically said the ending of the bloodline has been written over or rewritten several times. And he said he's a big proponent of a big fan of writing the ending first and then figuring out everything in between the beginning and the end.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Because you have your end goal in mind, so then all you have to do is figure out what vehicle gets you to that end.
Yeah. That is going to be that championship match.
It's going to be brutal.
And we got to get through the tag match first.
Yep. I think Cody wins, but like I said, I'm not going to be upset if Roman does, because there's so many ways to still go with this. And the thing is you see too many of these factions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like what they're doing. Like, you used to see factions last for a long time. You used to see champions last for a long time. When we were growing up through the Attitude Era,
yeah.
I mean, championships changed hands all the time.
What if... Okay.
Factions lasted portions of years.
What if the tag match... What if the bloodline doesn't win? And here's the thing is, and I've seen heel wrestlers do this, where then it's going to be a clean match, no interference by the bloodline, right?
Kind of like...
What if Roman Reigns is like, screw this, I don't want to face Cody, I'm going to walk to the back, right? And just walk out, right? And then here comes Triple H, comes out there and says, no, you're going back to the ring, blah, 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 and, just kind of inserts his authority a little bit.
Yeah.
And then The Rock comes out there and tries to interfere with Triple H, say, hey, no, that's not the way it's going to be. Well, I'm just trying to make up some
I
shit.
know, and Triple H can't. He might be able to throw a punch or hit a pedigree, but
no, dude, he's had heart
that's
he has
about
heart
as far
issues.
as he's able to do, man.
Yeah, man, he's got like a history. Well, the heart issues, supposedly it's something that's in his bloodline, so to speak.
Yeah.
But we all know that his steroid use, yeah, I said it, definitely didn't help matters.
Oh, remember when him and Stephanie and even Vince were in all those muscle magazines and everything? I mean,
yeah.
But, well, that's our Mania predictions, and yeah, I hope it's a great show.
Yeah, I mean, I think it will be.
I think it will be.
I'm definitely,
the hardest part about it is figuring out what food to make for what night. But yeah, so probably need to think about taking Monday off.
Finish your story, Cody. Dawsa!